Let's detail that story now and go to Brussels once again to speak to Pieter Cleppe, who is from Open Europe, which is a broadly Eurosceptic think tank. Welcome to the briefing. The heads of government in Brussels at that dinner last night with Theresa May said that she had nothing new to present to them. They've cancelled the special summit in November. Give us your take on this process.
Nothing new indeed. Theresa May has repeated the red lines for the UK. So the UK is against carving up Britain's customs territory. That's very important. And Britain also wants to make sure that if it enters a status whereby it would be under the European Union's customs regime, that this would not be an indefinite period. And there the crux of the issue is that the British refuse to give the European Union a veto over when Britain can regain its trade policy.
This is a huge issue, certainly in the UK, for those who are for a clean Brexit, the likes of Ian Duncan-Smith and other politicians. They're angry about the fact the transition period will continue now possibly till 2021.
So indeed, there are strong rumours that Britain would be open to extending the so-called transition stage, under which everything would remain the same. Now, the idea is to give a little bit more time to then agree what is called a TCA, a temporary customs arrangement, whereby the British would align themselves to the EU's customs, but whereby they would have a say over when to exit that arrangement. Now the thing is that even if there is an extension, it doesn't mean that the EU side has to agree such a temporary customs arrangement, and that would mean, if they wouldn't agree it, that Britain would slip into backstop status, which means that they would slip into a status where indeed the European side would be able to veto when Britain regains its trade powers. And I think it's normal that the UK is quite reluctant to agree to that. So to get to a sustainable solution, the EU should basically simply accept that at some point the British will want to set different tariffs, and that they can't sort of legally lock the UK into their own customs regime.
OK, thank you very much indeed for joining us on the briefing. Perspective there from Brussels from the think tank Open Europe.